His real name is Alec, but his teammates might not call him that.
They call him Rick. His brother gave him the name, and it just stuck. He was on the volleyball team, and I think it was his senior year. I walked downstairs, and they were having a spaghetti dinner in my basement. And all I just hear was like all of them were yelling Rick, and then that was like my nickname ever since.
Nobody knows exactly why Alec Dixon's nickname became Rick, but the Knights know why Rick earned first-team all-conference honors as a junior.
We always know that we can go to him on the court at any time. He's a great team player. He knows the stuff.
He just recently set the career record for blocks at Nicolet, and I've had some tremendous players over the year, guys who've gone on to win NCAA national championships, and for him to hold that record is pretty impressive, to say the least.
A two-year captain, Dixon is also a four-year varsity starter. Coach Brad Keel hasn't had many of those. He says Alec worked hard in the off-season, and that work keeps paying off.
We had our contact days in July, and how high he was jumping and the velocity he was hitting the ball with, and how wider his shoulders looked, and he just looked like he was ready to go.
Last season we went to the weight room every day before practice, and I guess that seemed like it really helped, so I wanted to keep doing that.
Aside from his blocking ability, Alec, who stands 6'3", will finish his career in the top 5 all-time in kills and hitting percentage for Nicolet. Around school, Alec is known as both an outstanding student and a pretty quiet kid. But his good buddy Ben says when it's game time, Alec, or Rick, really turns up the intensity.
More quiet kid around school, but once he gets on the court, it's a new Alec. He's all fired up.
He's a tremendous kid. He's humble, he's quiet, but he's a leader when he needs to be, which you want. He leads by example, not by telling you to follow him. He sets his example, and that's how you can follow him, by what he does.
Alec gets credit for having a very high volleyball IQ. He's definitely a guy who uses his head. He owns a GPA very close to 4.0 and plans to study engineering in college.
I've taken some hard classes, so it definitely takes some time, but it's worth it, I think. I don't know, it's definitely something I'm proud of, too.
Alec would love to finish high school volleyball by helping the Knights reach the state tournament, a place they haven't been to while he's been on the team. He'd like to play club volleyball in college. Once he's finished here, he'll miss being a part of this team, and no doubt they'll miss him too.
It's definitely probably like the highlight of my high school. It's always a lot of fun, just not only playing volleyball, but just hanging out with my friends on the team too. It's a lot of fun, and it's just, I know it's helped a lot of, it's taught me a lot of life skills.
He's literally the perfect kid to coach because he's a great kid and he's really good.
By the way, the highlights you just saw were from Nicolet's matchup with Homestead on Wednesday. Alec and his teammates scored an exciting 4-set victory.
Now here's his teammate Max Walker presenting Alec, or Rick, with his featured student athlete plaque, courtesy of Boston Store.
Sir.